Good evening, believers. This is Love Coach Dasha coming to you today for the Healing Hour Live. Now, if you've never been with me today or ever, let me tell you a little bit about who I am, what I do. I am Love Coach Dasha, of course, just like Tasha, but with a D. And I am here to help the women who want to stay and reconcile and still be together with the person that hurt them through infidelity. I am here for you. I am here specifically for those women. I know everybody will tell you, kick them to the curb. It's too late. The relationship is over. They never really loved you. I know all of the story, okay? Everything that everybody will tell you about not sticking this out. But if you want to stick this out, if you want that, I'm here for you. I am here to show you exactly how to get it done. All right, Mama Khan, I see you over there on Instagram. Girl, you didn't sign up for a one-on-one with me. Go click on the link in the Facebook group and sign up for a one-to-one talk with me. All right. If you have not done that yet, you need to do that. I don't know why everybody's waiting. I got people lined up, but I got like a whole I got till like the 26th to do one-to-one. So sign up for it. For sure. All righty, let's see. You said you did it last year? That's okay. You can come on talk to me again. All right, let's see. All right, got everything lined up here. I can't see myself. That's what I'm having a problem with. Where am I on Facebook? There it is. All right, I can see everything now. Hi, Donna. How you doing, girl? Hope things are going well. I gotta send you a message. I saw you send me a message, but I've been running today. Oh goodness. All right, so we're got to get started now. What I always tell you all about is the fact that this is a trauma. When you have been through something like this, the person that is closest to you, that has the opportunity to hurt you the most, has hurt you the most. Okay. That's not an actually out of the ordinary type of situation. The people that we're closest to tend to be the people that end up hurting us the most because they're so close, because they're in so deep. You can do the same thing to them, as a matter of fact. So, you don't want to let this go just because they hurt you. You love them. All right. They're deep down, they're in you. Okay. You want to be with them, even though this terrible thing has happened. They've hurt you so bad. I'm here to show you how to do that, how to get through the trauma part of it so you can get to a better relationship, a better place together instead of feeling like you have to break up and things aren't going to work out. All right. So that's what we are doing. We are talking about the trauma of it all here. All right. Mama Khan, you said, let's see, question one. In the thick of things, he was sending me text emojis, all this lovey stuff for months. Now it's pretty much a drizzle. I'm sad because I feel like he thinks I'm good. We're good. I still want the effort, and it makes me so sad that he's not finding the time anymore. How did you react to it when he was doing it? If you just took it as, oh, he's supposed to be doing that, you didn't give him any feedback about it, he might have felt like, oh, well, she doesn't care. So you might want to like give him the feedback when he sends you the emojis, when he says that stuff. Tell him, hey, this really makes me feel good. I'm glad that you're doing it. I love this. I love the emojis. It makes me feel special. When you say that and let him know that over and over again, then he'll be more willing to do it. If you just kind of took it and didn't really say anything about it, didn't like, you said, have constant talks with him, telling him I need it. You don't actually need it. You want it. Let's not get needy about the whole situation, because if it's just, oh, he's got to text me with emojis, that's not really a need, okay? That's not really a need. His response is, I'm doing my best. All right, well, if it's constant talking about this, you may need to back up off of it a little bit. You need to back up off of it a little bit. You're pressuring a little bit. And then again, if you're not happy and he was doing it, then what was the point if you're still not going to be happy now? Does that make sense? We need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. get you lined up to go forward a little bit better now. All right, we need to talk about this. Sign up for a call with me. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. All right. All right. Let me go through the basics of what we always talk about. Now, first of all, hey Taylor, this is a trauma. Yes, Mama Khan, you do feel like you get emotionally with trauma because that's the way trauma works. Your trauma will find any reason, including emojis, to back away. All right. And then you've got that attitude, you're filling the space with that, oh, I don't want to be bothered. I want to be isolated energy. And then it's easier for him to back away too. He's like, okay, she doesn't want to be bothered. And then he backs away too. And then everybody's backing away instead of going forward. You know what I mean? So we need to work on that, all right? But we got to get our attitude together. We got to get the trauma off of us so that we're not always reacting from the trauma, all right? So the first thing we're going to do our deep breathing. Have you been doing your deep breathing? Mama Khan, you've been doing your deep breathing. Taylor over there, you've been doing your deep breathing. Nada, you've been doing your deep breathing. We need to do that definitely at least 5 times a day. 5 times in a row, 5 times a day. You've got to bring that anxiety level down. You've got to start working with it, pushing it, getting it to a more manageable level. When you've been through a trauma like this, the anxiety shoots through the roof. You don't have any control over it, and then you're freaking out very easily over very small things. And that's not the way to heal, because the more you do that, the more that reaction will stick. It will not go away if you don't stop it. So we're going to be working on stopping it. So the first thing to do that is to do your deep breathing. I need you to do your deep breathing with me. Come do your deep breathing with me, all right? What we're going to do is we're going to do 4-7-8 breathing. What you're going to do is blow out, make the noise. Make the sound of that air whooshing out of your lungs. That's going to be a trigger for your brain. You're going to tell your brain, every time I hear this sound, I am coming down. Oh, great. You'll make that connection. Your brain will start reacting to it. All right. Blow out. Then you're going to inhale for a count of 4. Hold that breath for a count of 7. And then we're going to blow out like we're blowing out an entire cake full of birthday candles for a count of 8. Now, we're only going to do this 3 times in a row. But like I said, 5 times a day. Need to be doing this. Needs to be part of your practice. Needs to be set in your clock, in your watch, in your cell phone. Whatever thing will give you reminders. You need to have it set up 5 times a day that it's going to go off and remind you to do this deep breathing. And no matter what you're doing, where you are, what is going on, do it then. As soon as the alarm goes off, make it be a related thing. Now, you hear that alarm, see that it's time to do your deep breathing, do your deep breathing, okay? Getting into the habit is going to make you feel better all the way around. It's going to give you something to have control over, and then get you back in control of your body and your brain after this trauma, all right? So we are going to do our deep breathing. You ready? All right, y'all. First things first, blow out. Inhale through your nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. How does that feel? How is it when you do your deep breathing? Should be a difference. There should be a difference between when you start it and when you stop doing it. It is a difference in the fact that your brain will take over and express all of this adrenaline into your system and make you breathe heavy and breathe all fast. It's actually breathing shallow, and feel like you're lightheaded, feel like you've lost control over your breath, and then you get ready to do the fight or flight thing. When you take back over your control of your breathing, you are showing your body and your brain that you don't need the anxiety response. You don't need the fight or flight response. You're in control. You're not in any danger. You're okay. So the more you show your body and your brain that you're okay, the better this is going to go. All right. Nana said, today I freaked out over a bag from Rocky Chocolates. Immediately thought, who did he get chocolates for? Literally lost control over a bag. Good gracious. He could have got chocolate for himself. He didn't need chocolate either. Well, what in the world? What was the bag for? Did he give it to you? What happened? I thought you all went out on a date today. I thought y'all had a little lunch date today. What happened? All right, let's see. You tell me about that, and then we'll go on to the next thing. The next thing that I'm always going to tell you, that I'm going to tell you until the end of time. Do your journaling. One more time. Do your journaling, okay? I know it's an easy thing. It's real easy to feel like, oh, it's such a simple thing. It's not that big a deal if I don't do it. I haven't done it in a few weeks. You got to get on top of your journaling, okay? If you are going through this trauma, trying to heal from this, what you are doing when you put down those words onto paper is giving yourself a way to look back on your trauma, look back on your triggers, be able to figure things out because you have written it down. When you are in a traumatic state, your memory sucks. It sucks, okay? Don't think that your memory is great right now. I know everything seems so jagged and crystal clear, but that is an effect of the trauma. It is a way of seeing things that is only looking at threats. It is very, very sharp, very, very crystal clear if you're thinking that your mate is a threat. But we can't think of them as a threat if we're going to be together and work things out. So we've got to get out of that threat mindset and back into a calmer state. All right. If you are sitting down with your journal, you're going to be a little bit calmer. You're going to be a little bit more focused. It's going to put a lot of the things that you have in your brain, you're going to put it down on the paper. You'll be able to come back to it. You'll be able to see what you have already worked out, what you have already stressed about, what you have already turned over and over and over in your head. You will know you've already done it because it's down on paper. Then you don't have to do it again. All right. But if you don't write it down, what happens is your brain starts going over the same exact thing over and over and over again. Tell me about it. I know you know exactly what I'm talking about right now. Your brain is like, oh, but, and then it starts going into something that you've already gone through before, right? Tell me about that, because that's exactly what it is. Your brain kind of freaks out and keeps on going in circles about this thing. And if you write it down in your journal, you know you've already dealt with it. But if you are in the throes of that trauma and just constantly thinking about that thing, it feels like you never solved it. You never thought about it before. This is all brand new. And then it makes you obsess over it. So if you write it down in your journal, you can go back and already figure out like a lot of what you've already figured out about an issue. You can go back and read what you've already thought, what you've already felt, and say, okay, well, there's no need for me to go back and do the exact same thing all over again. Yes, I'm working on healing, but that didn't heal me, so there's no need for me to go back and flip out over it. All right. Maria, you said my journal is all over the place. Yes, that's right. Because your brain is all over the place when you're in trauma. So it's supposed to be all over the place. As it starts to collect itself and get a little bit more organized and you see your thoughts flowing a little bit better, you'll recognize that you're feeling better. You'll recognize that your brain is not flipping out like it used to. So that's a good thing. Now you notice, okay, the journal's all over the place. Now, if you can get consistent about it, you will see that you start to calm down and your journal starts to reflect that. All right? Good, good, good. I don't care what you use. I don't care what journal you use. I'm coming up with one. It should be out this spring. But I look, I don't care what you use. I don't care what pen. I don't care what pencil. You can use crayon. I don't care as long as you're doing it on a regular basis, not just once every couple of weeks. I'm talking about twice a day, 5 minutes, twice a day. That's all I'm asking you for. Consistency. To be able to get past this trauma, your brain is consistently saying, I am traumatized here, react from the trauma. You have to constantly be saying, I don't want to be traumatized. I am not going to react from the trauma. This is what I'm going to do. You've got to be constantly taking control over what you're doing. So if you sit down with your journal twice a day, your brain starts to know twice a day, we're going to let that steam off. Twice a day, she's going to sit down. She's going to put these thoughts down. She's going to remember them. If she puts it down at night, we can deal with it in the morning. I know she's going to do that. I don't have to keep throwing these thoughts in her face all day, every day, if you start writing it down. But if you don't write it down, you'll be all over the place. You won't know where your thoughts are. You'll have so many overwhelming thoughts that come back to back that you won't be able to do anything with. So doing your journaling doesn't matter what you use, but I want you to do a couple of simple things. Date, time, level of anxiety. Every single time you journal. Date and time is so that you go back and you got reference points. You know, okay, every day at 9:18 p.m., I am losing my shit. Okay, what is going on then that is causing that to happen to me every single time it is 9:18 p.m. on a Thursday? What is happening that I am out of control? You'll know that because you'll be writing it down in your journal. And then your level of anxiety, 0 to 10. 0 is no anxiety whatsoever. You're great. All is right with the world. Then there is a 10. A 10 is a complete loss of control. 10 is I want to rip my hair out, tear my clothes off, run screaming down the street naked. I don't have control over myself. If you are at a 10, you are not sitting down doing your journaling. Guess why? Because you're out of control of yourself. You feel me? You cannot sit down with your pen and go, I'm at a 10 right now. You're not. If you are capable of sitting down and being thoughtful enough to write down the date and the time and to write down your level of anxiety, that is mindfulness. You are not out of control of yourself at that point. So never write down a 9. Never write down a 10 when you're sitting there with your journal because it's probably not true. If you have a 10 experience, you are throwing things, you are freaking out, you are yelling, you are screaming, you are breaking stuff, then you can come back and put that in your journal and say, hey, a little while ago, about 2 hours ago, I had a serious moment and I lost myself for a minute. And this is what happened. How can I do better the next time? Mama Khan, she said I wanted to bite his ear off like Mike Jackson. Is that a 10? It is only a 10 if you go for it. That's the 10. Losing control of yourself. Because you still were able to say, I probably shouldn't bite his ear off. A 10, you're going to bite it. Okay? A 10, done for. All right? The ear, you can spit it out like you did and everything. But if you were just thinking about it and controlled yourself, you weren't at a 10. All right? Hey there. Good morning from PH. Where's PH? Bernadette. PH. I'm on the spot right now. I can't even think of where a PH would be. Hi, though. Glad you're here. Hello, Bernadette. All right. Have you been doing your journaling and your deep breathing? Got to do that, Bernadette. Got to be on that. We need to be on that for our well-being as we're going forward, getting control of ourselves, getting in control of the trauma reaction that we are having in order to get past it, to get on the healing path, to get back with our boo. All right? All right. Got the journaling, got the deep breathing. The third thing that I'm always going to tell you is I want you to practice being grateful, all right? I want you to get an attitude of gratitude. It's very easy right now to get the whole attitude of I'm not going to be played with. I'm going to have a bad attitude. I'm going to be mad. I am going to have issues right now. You can have that whole attitude if you really, really want to, but it's not going to do well for healing. People feel like they got to punish their mate for this and continuously remind them of it for them not to do it again. That doesn't work. That just makes you be kind of a jerk to them and constantly remind them of what they did wrong. And then that makes it more likely that they will do something wrong because we are still staying in that state. They got to still suffer for it. They might as well be guilty of it again. So if you want to get to a better place where you feel like, okay, I don't feel like they're doing this, gratitude is a good way to start. Gratitude is being grateful for the things that are in your life right now. Your trauma can't say that the things that are good in your life, the things that you're grateful for, are not good. That is what the whole thing is. Your trauma will try and make you believe that everything is bad all the time. I don't want you to believe that. I want you to know that you have good things happening in your life all the time that you can be grateful for, and then getting from misery to happiness has an intermediate step. We do not have to jump from miserable to all the way to happy. We don't have to do that. We can come to grateful in the meantime and feel good about the things that are going good. When you start looking at and start paying attention to and feeling good about the things that are going good, more good things get attracted to you. All right. So I want you to be really thinking about things that you're grateful for. So that's why I do Thirsty Thursday. I always want to hear about your good news. So while you're here with me, give me some good news. Let me shout you out right now. Tell me what good things are going in your life, even amongst this trauma, even though this is happening right now to you. What wonderful things are still in existence just because they are just in your life present. Tell me about it. All right. Let's see, Bernadette said, my love language is physical touch, and I need to receive it back for me to feel good somehow. Just wondering why some specs my husband is not consistent with it, despite knowing it's my need. He does acts of service in the house. I need the consistency of the physical touch. How do I divert this awful feeling of expectation? Oh, expectation sucks. That's one of the hardest things about feeling better, getting on the healing path, is a whole bunch of expectations from your mate. If you are just needing to receive some touch, go to him and make it be an act of service. You don't have to wait around for him to do it. If his love language is acts of service, all right, that's what he thinks to do for love. So you're seeing that he's trying to show you love. So instead of getting upset about that, go to him and say, "Hey, I need you. I need you right now. Wrap your arms around me. Hold me real tight. Put your arms around me for the next 30 seconds. Squeeze me real tight and make me relax in your arms. Let me melt into you. Don't let me go until you feel that from me." And then you smile at him. Then you tell him, "Thank you. I really needed that. That was so good for me. Thank you for giving me that. That gives me so much. That gives me so much good feeling. It gives me so much confidence that you really love me, that you really want to be with me. That is beautiful. Thank you so much for doing that." Give that, and then he's gonna know that's the right thing to do. But you got to be encouraging it. Right now, if his normal love language is acts of service, he's going to try and give you love in his love language. But if you can come to him and say, "This is an act of service that I need," and ask for it in the moment, and he is going to give it to you, you're going to know that you can ask him for it. You're going to know that he's going to come across with it when you need it. And then he's going to understand that's important to you, as he's seeing you actually respond to it in real time. He is seeing your smile. He is seeing you relax. He is feeling that from your body. He is going to know, "Oh, this is an act of service that she really, really likes. Let me do that." Does that make sense? Mama Khan, you said, yes, good question. I hate that we have to ask. That is not a bad thing. That is just a basic difference between men and women. Women are taught that, oh, the person that you love is never supposed to have to ask. You're just supposed to come up with everything that they need and everything that they want without them knowing. You're just supposed to know. You're just supposed to do it for them. That's some crap, because men aren't taught that. Men are not taught that same thing. Men are taught, whatever she's asking you to do it. That is exactly what they're taught. Tell me I'm wrong. They get taught to do what we're asking for. We get taught not to ask. What the hell? That's why we're having a problem. Right? It's not bad to have to ask for what you want. You are asking to be loved in a very unique way. The way that you receive your love. You should ask for that. You shouldn't have to have somebody guess at that. It shouldn't be like, "Oh, I hope you figure it out." No, ask for it. Say what you want And then the person that you love loves you enough to say, okay, this is the thing that you want. I will do it for you. That is beautiful. That is love. I never understand why that's such a bad thing. We've got to start recognizing as grown-ups, like we didn't learn how to be in relationships as young people. All right, now we're grown-ups, we've got to learn how to be in these relationships together, and you got to ask for what you want. That's just one of those basic things. They tell us that you got to ask for what we want, but then we're told that, oh no, they should know it if they love you. That's crazy. Is it OMG? Yeah, that's the way it works. It's if they're willing to do what you're asking them to do, that is, I love you. I'm giving you everything I can. That is a beautiful thing. We can ask. There's nothing wrong with us asking for what we want. Who told us that? That's the patriarchy. Again, that's some stuff trying to keep women down. You shouldn't even have to ask for what you want. That's crazy. Who told us that? That was just to make us be meek and quiet in the corner and don't ask for anything. Don't just take whatever you're given. No, we're not doing that. We are not doing that at all. Okay. All right. Let me see. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay, I gotta open this up because I can't see. If you've not been with me before, go to streamyard.com/Facebook, and what it will do is it will ask you to how your name will come up on my screen for StreamYard. So I can't see everything on one screen unless I'm looking at that. Let's see. Let me go back. Let's cut talking. All right. Please. So I'm grateful that we are working past this. Next month will be our 1 year since I found out, but we have been taking trips since then with one another. And next month, I appreciate all the quality time and him putting effort into this time together. At least I'm so happy to hear that. That's like good stuff for Thirsty Thursday. I love it. I am grateful that you are going through that too, that he is paying attention, that he is wanting to be with you, spend this time with you, planning it out with you. That's gorgeous. I love it. It works out. It really does. Bernadette says, speaking of being grateful, I love seeing my husband taking care of our daughter, right? My daughter was a severe daddy's girl, okay? Honestly, like for like the first 5 months, like almost nobody could touch her. Like she wanted him more than anybody. She come to me, get fed sometimes, but no, she much rather be with daddy. She slept on his chest from the very first night she was born. She was daddy's girl. All right. For me. Oh, thank you. I'm so special. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful that I get to do this. I am really grateful, strangely enough, that I went through this and I know how to get through it so that I can tell you. It sucks, but it happened and now I know. And so now I'm able to tell you, and now you all can get out of pain too. All right. Ooh, I'm sweating. All right, let's see. Caroline, I love my new job. I have a beautiful new home. My kids are amazing. I have great friends, and I know no matter what happens, my husband and I will support and be there for each other. Caroline, you got it all. You win. That's all of the game of life right there. You got great kids, great home, great job, great friends, great. Hey, you win. I see you over there, girl. Marie said, I'm grateful that my workload is finally slowing down and I'm not drowning in it anymore. Girl, I know. I used to be a nurse. Woo, I used to come home crying. I'm glad I do this now. Right? Let's see. I'm thankful that I can take care of my father. I'm glad you can too. I'm grateful for my wonderful supportive kids and my house that was left to me after my uncle passed. Oh, great things are happening over there, Marie. That's what I'm talking about. We start focusing on those good things. You see how easy it was to find a flood of blessings. You were like, hey, Caroline, too. As soon as you start naming them, as soon as you start saying them out loud, they seem to multiply. And you're like, oh yeah, this too. Oh yeah, this too. You start to recognize that, and then your brain starts to look for it. You ever get that thing where You are thinking about let's say a Tahoe, all right? And then all the cars in the world you see are Tahoes. Every 5 minutes, you seeing the blue ones and white ones and pink ones. You're seeing them everywhere. What happened is your brain thought of it, and then it looked for it. Even though you weren't consciously aware of it, your brain was scanning the environment looking for that thing, and then it showed it to you. So the same thing with the gratefulness. If you are grateful and look for those things to be grateful for, your brain will start scanning for other things like, hey, I felt grateful about this. And I also feel the same way about this. It will start connecting those things, bringing you around. Somebody told me it's only about 17 seconds. If you can, my mic's going out. I don't know. I think it's blinking. I don't know. Is it okay? Oh, the USB is not recognized. What in the world? It was doing just fine. Don't worry. Okay. Let's see. Did it come back in? It's saying it's not recognized. Windows doesn't recognize it all of a sudden. Now it wants to be recognized. It says the last USB device you connected to the computer malfunctioned. Windows does not recognize it. Okay. All right. I don't know why that is. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay. I think it wasn't pushed all the way in. Let's see. Is that working better? Let me know. Oh my God, it's so hot. Going out in and out a little bit. Is it better now? Is it going? Is it holding steady? It was kind of out. Hopefully that's right. All right, Mama Kanye said these lives also private. These lives aren't. When I do like challenges in the Facebook group, then it's just in the Facebook group. But when I do my live, I go live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube all at the same time. One of these days, I'm gonna get enough people on TikTok to go live there, but I have not yet. No. All right. Okay. Okay. Good. 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 It's better. All right. Fabulous. Now let me go back, make sure I didn't miss anything. You know. All right. There we go. Yeah, it was kind of out a little bit. Let's see. Okay, we're talking about wonderful things. Bernadette said, I probably am not the only one, but I'm grateful that you are doing this, Dasha. Oh, you're welcome. He said, thank you so much. I really appreciate your effort. Girl, I'm glad to be here. I am. If I had to go through it, I had to suffer through it, the best possible outcome that I could have is to be able to share everything I've learned and make it so that you all don't have to hurt as much. It's like the best case scenario. Yeah, I had to go through it. Yeah, it sucked for a very long time, but when it all went down, I was able to teach about it, and now I don't feel like it was like pain for no reason. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there was something that I was supposed to do. I can inspire others. That's the last phase of healing from this trauma. You got the devastation phase where you're just in a pile on the floor. You got the regulation phase where, okay, yeah, your marbles went flying. Now you got to gather them up, try to get yourself back on your feet. You got the recreation phase with your honey, trying to recreate this relationship, make it better, make it so it works for the both of you. The celebration phase, which is celebrating that you came through it, getting new rings, having vow renewals, remarried, divorces for all of those in the first place. And then there is the last phase, which is the inspiration phase. That is after you have closed that chapter, you can reflect back on it and you can give inspiration to other people who are going through this. And I feel like that is the ultimate healing. You can get to celebrating with your boo and all of that, but until you can get to the place where you're not ashamed of this story anymore, you can tell this story to other women, you can help other women. That's when you're like all the way fully healed. You know what I mean? That's the time where you're like, okay, it is all in my past. I am able to get to a place where I can share these stories And now you share this story and you're giving somebody else the path. You are showing somebody else the path when you um, travel that path yourself and then tell other people about it. So I want you to be an inspiration to other people. And that's with you. It makes it feel like this was not just pointless pain. It really does. Nada, you said, how long does it take to recover and heal a relationship? And will this forever have a dent in our relationship? No, it will not. You will heal and things will be better. And some days you will completely forget about it. We are at the point, we're like 16 years out from it. The only reason I remember all of it is I talk about it every day. But you won't be talking about it every day. You won't be saying it to somebody every single solitary day. I've got lots of stories because I always talk about it, but at it until I started doing this, like I was healing up and I wasn't talking about it. I was all triggered. I wasn't freaked out. Our relationship wasn't suffering. And when I started doing it, started helping other women with this, um, I think it got even better after that. So no, it will not forever have a dent on your relationship only if you choose that. That is your choice. If you decide that you want it to be forever and ever, that this was just a horrible thing that happened in our past and you never let it be in the past, sure, you could do that, but it doesn't have to be that way. And how long does it take to recover? If you are active in it. Okay. I'm saying doing the things, doing your deep breathing, doing your journal, being grateful. The last thing, not asking all the damn questions. Stop um, focusing on the trauma and dwelling into it, digging into it, trying to get all the answers. The sooner you let that go, the sooner you're going to heal. You can do it in a year. Okay, you can get to from here to next year this time. You can be in a completely different place. You can be in a different place in about 6 months. Working with me, get in, work with me. I got another group coming up in February. If you get in, work with me, about 6 months, you can be at a whole new place. You can look around and be like, damn, I'm in a whole new spot. But the difficulties of healing don't stop just because when like you're doing better, he's doing better. It doesn't all stop just because things are a little bit better. It still will pop up. You will still have things you have to deal with. You'll still have to train yourself and deal with the triggers and the traumas that happen. But in about a year, you can be just about healed. You can be at a place where you're like, okay, I feel like we did it. I feel like we are in a whole new place and we did this. Those anniversary reactions are a little difficult. Like if you're starting from now and like within a year, it's going to be the anniversary when you found out. It's a little bumpy then, but like a little bit after that, you'll be in like a really good place. If you can like ride by that, you can know that that reaction is coming, survive that reaction, and then get past that, you'll be in a really good place. So, like 13, 14 months. I'll say 14 months, maybe total, you can get to a whole different place. The whole relationship will be there. As soon as you start to heal, that's when things start to change. And then you see it, and then it encourages you. And then you're like, oh, I can do this. You can move forward and you get more and more results, and it feels better and better, and it takes on its own momentum. And so by the time you look up, you're like, oh, this is easier than I thought it was. But you got to get started. Your brain, the trauma will keep on telling you all sorts of reasons why you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't be the one to have to heal yourself. He should be the one to fix you. But first of all, again, the patriarchy. Where the hell did they get off telling us that only a man can fix us? I feel I have real issues with that. Okay, I feel some kind of way about that. I don't like that as an idea. That oh, we got to sit around and wait for them to fix us, come rescue us, and fix our feelings after they hurt our feelings. The hell with that. Okay, if you can go ahead and start down that path, it's even better because he'll start to recognize that you're healing. He'll jump on his game. He'll be better, and then you'll be able to actually receive that. If is it, uh, I don't know what's going on with the mic. It's because I haven't touched anything. Yes, sir. Is it still? Let me know. Put it up there. Put the cord up there so it's not. I'm not touching anything. Maybe that's what it is. I swear, I go through like 18 mics a year. I got the one that pulls around. This one is new. This is like a month and a half old, and they all act up. But okay, is it better? Oh, I'm not trying to touch anything. Maybe it's got a short. All right, but yeah, is it working? Is it good? Let me know. But yeah, you gotta start. Okay, it's working. All right. See, it's working fine on Instagram. So if you're having a hard time and you can't hear, go on over to Instagram too. See, that's why I stream at different places because it works out better. Okay. It's just echoing. I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. Uh, that I don't know how to fix. That I don't. I don't know why it's echoing. I haven't the faintest idea. Worst come to worst, go on over to Instagram. Weird, I don't know. And I can't hear it, so I don't know. Hold on, can I hear it? Oh, see, now I can. I don't know. It's being weird. Worst come to worst, if it's still acting up and you can't hear anything, go on over to Instagram. All right. Mm, yeah, it's hot. All right. Got the heat on. We were doing what you call it? We did snow day yesterday, so yeah. Okay. It's just echoing. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, go on over to Instagram. It's at Love Coach Josh over on Instagram too. Okay, she said it's better on Instagram. Come on over to Instagram. I can see everybody's comments and everything over there too. All right, let's see. Got everybody's answers. Good, good, good. All right, so we'll keep on going. Such a pain. Technology, I swear. I just got this microphone. I don't know. I have a hard time. I'm using like 20 of them in a month. All right. Okay. So, last thing that I was going to tell you about that I always want you to do is not ask so many questions. Stop asking questions about what has happened, about moving forward, about what they want, about what happened between the two of them. You gotta stop. Okay, it's way, way better. If you don't ask all of those questions. Um, what your brain is trying to do is collect ammunition. It is trying to say, this is a danger. Let me find out as much as I possibly can about this danger. And every time you get close to this danger, I'm gonna throw one of those facts at your head so that you stay away from the danger. You're treating your as if they are the danger. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop it. If we want to heal, if we want to be together, we can't treat them like the perpetrator all the time. So gotta stop. Gotta stop with that. You gotta go ahead and really reconsider all of those questions that you want to ask them because your brain is on the trauma. If you insist that you're not going to ask a question, it changes the way that your brain is functioning right now. Your brain wants to ask questions. It wants to ask a ton of questions. It wants you to sit there and rattle them off one by one and see what he says. If you take that away from your trauma response, if you tell your brain, no, 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 I am not asking all those questions. I'm not doing that today. That's not what's happening. Your brain is forced to think in a different way. You're not going to stay in the same loop that you get into after the pain. You are going to have to think of something different to discuss, to talk about, because you're not asking all the questions that your brain wants to ask. If you can possibly do it, don't ask any questions at all. If you can possibly help yourself, do not ask a question, not even how was your day. Switch it around. All right. Make it a statement instead of a question. It's going to change the way your brain is functioning in this trauma. So you're going to switch it from how was your day today to I hope you had a really great day today. And then let them talk to you about it instead of interrogating them about it and expecting the answers back. The expectation thing um, you got to watch that. It's very difficult. It makes things much more difficult for you as you're going forward trying to do this. human pattern effect, if you are constantly asking those questions, you're keeping yourself from starting to heal. You're keeping yourself more and more stuff to chew on, to flip over in your head, to actually like not heal. It's not going to get you where you want it. So, no questions at all if you can possibly help it. But I know there are many of you out there. You're not going to listen to. You're going to ask some questions. So instead of questions you should ask, Chinese, the and Heant. It is a set. It's not in just this one. This one is a healing edition. But there is a set of questions for long-term couples, parents, children, all sorts of people. You can ask a question that is based in healing and not in the pain. All right. So I'll give you a couple of these. All right. Now, what are you going to take away from this conversation? Yeah, you probably got to have a little bit more in the conversation. But you all tell me, what are you taking away from this conversation that we have had so far? And then one more. What do you think I really need to hear these days? That's a good question, right? What do you think that you need to hear these days? That's good stuff. That's better than the question that you want to ask. All right, I promise you, better than, well, what positions did you have sex with her in? How long were you together? Did you tell me you loved her? That's not going to help you. And none of the answers to any of those questions is going to help you at all. Steer away from those questions, steer towards some that are going to be a little bit more healing, a little less defensive. All right. Let's see. All right. I think that I went through all of the stuff. All right. Let me see. If you all got questions, please let me know. I want to hear all your questions, comments, I see y'all. It's difficult. You get to a place where you feel like, well, I'm doing all this work, and he's not doing it. But the thing is, you're gonna have to do it anyway. I know it feels unfair that, oh, you have to put in so much work, but you had to do it, right? You can't let somebody into your brain to tinker around and fix your pain. You can't do that. There's no way you can let somebody heal you. You've got to heal yourself. You've got to do it. There's no other choice. So it's not fair, sure, but it is where we're at. All right. This is where we are in our process. Or at the place where we've got to start ourselves, we've got to get to a different. All right. So what we need to do is believe in that. All right. Believe that we can heal. Believe that we can come from here where everything is dark and we're in the dark woods and we're scared and we're alone to we're going to be back in our castle with our happy, living our fairy tale happily ever after. All right. We can get there. But you have to recognize that the effort to get there is going to be yours and not his. You're not going to receive his efforts right now. If you are in the trauma, if you are freaked right out, you're not going to be able to receive that because you're going to feel like, oh, well, he hurt me, so I shouldn't trust him. I shouldn't believe in anything he does. And everything that he does, you'll reject. So you've got to actually start the healing, get on the path, move along a little bit to get to the place where you can receive this back from him, where it means something for him to give you the touch. Because, okay, you're going to start off like, I think it was Bernadette, you're going to start off with, I'm but you're going to get to the place where he sees that this is effective. He sees that you're feeling good. You're working on it. He is going to want to make sure that continues. And so he's going to think of giving you the hug, coming to you, crossing that distance because he thinks that it will work. You are the avatar. You are going to lead him out of the woods. And I know, again, that sucks. You shouldn't have to do that. He's the one that got y'all lost. However, it doesn't matter. In the fairy tale, you can be the hero. Okay, you can be the one to lead us out of the woods. You can do that. That is not a bad thing. That just makes you more of the hero of the story, you were always the hero of the story. You were always the main character. All right. Let's see. Anything? Anything? Got any questions, comments, thoughts, complaints? Anything you want to talk about? Looking. Don't see anything. All right, got all the gratefulness. I love to hear good stuff. I love it when y'all are feeling good, feeling happy. Oh, hey, just if you're here with me, make sure that you give me some likes, give me some love, let the algorithms know that you love me. So I pop up more. All right, let's see. Now let me see what worries me about not putting effort out is that I'll hear won't follow my lead. If that is the case, then that is the case. You can't control that. That is not within your control. You just have to heal you. If you heal and he does not come along, then you see where he is. He's not, if he's not capable, if he just doesn't want to, you'll know that and you'll be healed and you'll be able to move on with your life. All right. If that is the case, if he is not going to do it. But the good thing about it is most times if you go to heal, he will follow right behind you. That's why I am so sure that it works like that because it has always worked like that. Every company I work with, that's why I don't work with them. That's why I'm only working with you ladies. That's why I only work with you. Because what they do doesn't matter. You being the person that is hurt, and you being the person that needs the most healing, that is the most emergent part of the situation. You need to heal, and you go ahead and start that process. It does not matter how behind he is, he doesn't want to get left. And so he will only gain very, very few, if any. I like people that I work with, I pick pretty good. But very, very few men are like, no, I'm just not going to do any better. I'm just going to sit here and be shitty. No, most of them aren't going to do it. So you got to believe in the person that you got. This is your husband. This is the person that you love. I expect them to do better. Like, why would you expect them not to? Why are you sitting there saying, oh, he won't follow my lead. He won't listen. He won't find his way out of the woods with me. Why do you do that? Why would that work for him? Why do you want to stay stuck and stay lonely, stay lost in the woods? Like, why would you want that? You're just worried about it because the trauma told you you should be. It tells you that you should be worried and he's not going to do right. Everything is going to go wrong. But at point, you need to know that if you heal, you're going to be the person that leads this onto the road. All right. He's the one that drove it off in the ditch. I don't understand why we feel like they should be in control of anything after they've been the ones to drive it off into the ditch. Like, why are we giving them the responsibility of that point? If they are the ones that messed it up, right? You don't just give them the keys. Like I never connected that emotionally, mentally. Like if they're the ones that drove us into the ditch, you are gonna say, "Here, you take the keys and get us out of this ditch." No, no, they're not the one to do that. You need to be the one to lead this for this to work. So you can doubt it all you want to, but just do. Don't worry about later. You're worried about what ifs. That's another thing for the trauma. Well, what if I do this and he does not? That's not a problem. All right. If that is the case, answer the what if. If that happens, he does not step up the way you need him to. You will know that about him. Now we know for sure he will not step up. You'll know that. You'll be able to move on in peace if that's the case. But what if he does? What if he follows right along? He starts doing exactly what you need him to do. What if he does? Because he is like you were doing the love language quiz with him. You asked him to do it. He went ahead and did it. He's not big on it, but he went ahead and did it because you were asking him to do it. You were leaving. So if you just keep on going for it, he's gonna keep on following right behind. Barbara, Barbara said, Heidi's answers are never what I expect. I just stopped about a month ago. Excellent, Barbara. Thank you. That's exactly my point. Asking all the questions, they are never the answers that you expect them to be. Never. It is never what you and so then you are constantly asking these questions, getting disappointed because you tried to come up with his answer and you expect it to come out of his mouth and then it doesn't. Now you're mad. Now you set yourself back another couple of months. You don't have to do that. So ask him a question. He doesn't know. And the more you try to delve into what happened, why it happened, and what was going on in your head, they're not in the place to be able to tell you right now. You are full of this trauma and you can't understand everything that's going on in your head right now because you got your own stuff going on in your head. And then they are in a place where they have done something terribly wrong. They're feeling guilty. They're not feeling like themselves. And they can't explain to you exactly what they did and why they thought this was a good idea because it was a horrible idea. Yeah, it was a horrible idea. We know damn well it was a horrible idea. You trying to get them to explain why it was a horrible idea. That doesn't go well. They have a very hard time being able to explain it. I'm telling you that I think it was 16 years later, just the other day, my husband explained something to me about him cheating that I did not know neither one of us had put together until now. You have to have some distance. You have to have some perspective. You have to have some healing before any of the answers make sense. Any of them. You cannot get over that. If you try and get all the answers right now, you're not going to all understand them all. You're not going to be able to receive them all. You're going to just be struggling with these answers instead of healing, focusing on the healing, doing the things that you can do to heal. So again, it's the transformation. Decide that you can heal. Decide that that's what you want to do. Decide that no matter what other people are saying to you, you have a clear goal in mind and that's what you are going to accomplish. R is recognizing that fear speech. It's scary to do this, to put your heart on the line, put yourself out there again. It's freaking scary. But yeah, everything you want is on the other side of that fear. You push through it. You decide that you want it. You recognize that it's a scary thing to do and do it anyway. Right? He is for evaluating the line. There's reasons why he did this. Okay. Nobody makes this bad of a decision from nowhere. You got to have something bad going on to make this bad of a decision. So if that's the case, he was either sick, sad, or stupid. Okay, sick is any kind of illness. Could be mental, could be physical, could be addiction, could be anything. All right. Sad has to do with grief or loss, feeling like they've lost something, especially if they're like midlife and they feel like they've lost who they were supposed to be. They didn't become the man that they were supposed to be in their lives. They're getting to the point where they're in their 30s, their 40s, 50s, and they haven't done what they were supposed to do, and they're feeling loss of a family member. It could be a loss, any kind of loss. All sorts of loss will cause it to happen. Then stupid is not think it is. It is more about the stupid things that men and women are taught about being in a relationship. Like it's stupid that men are taught to let her ask you for what she wants, and then you do it because you love her. And women are taught you shouldn't have to ask. You shouldn't have to ask for anything. You should just know. And if he doesn't know, then he doesn't love you. That's some crazy shit. That is crazy that we are taught so differently that basic thing of asking for what we need. Men have no problem with asking for what they need. And then we get mad at them because, well, why are you asking me for that? I'm not taking good care of you. No, you're asking for what they want. That's not a bad thing. Right? So let's see. That's the stupid of it all. So he got any one or a combination of three things. The whole point of figuring out why is to have compassion for that why. To figure out that he is going through something, just like you are going through something, he made a bad decision based on a bad situation. And then allowing the healing to happen, you have to allow yourself to heal. You've got to get the attitude together. All right. When you come in, and your attitude is wrong, it does not matter if you don't say a word to him, he can feel it. Okay. That's why they say happy wife, happy life. That is the reason because when we come into the place and our attitude is all jacked up, if we're not happy, nobody is going to be happy. All right. That is what we are making. That's how strong our entire families. If we are in the house and our energy is bringing everybody down and we just feel awful and we are acting like we feel awful, nobody else in the house can be happy. That is what we mean by happy wife, happy life. Okay, because we can make everything miserable when we are miserable. All right. So we've got to start working on that attitude, put your ring back on, go on dates, um, behave in a loving way, behave the way that you would behave if you were completely healed, just were all better, everything was wonderful, and he was doing everything that you asked him to do. That is how you should behave in order to heal, because that's where you're trying to get. All right. So allowing that healing to happen, um, getting the attitude together and healing. And then M is for managing the feelings. You're gonna have triggers, they're gonna pop up. It is part of the way your brain works. It's totally normal, but you can stop it. You do not have to live with it forever. You can recognize that it's a trigger, figure out what you can do to make yourself feel better, and then start making it less and less prevalent in your life. All right. And then of course that's support. I am here for you, dude. I am here. If you're here with me, you haven't seen in your email a message about signing up for the event on Saturday. Go check the email and see for the event I'm doing on Saturday. Get to your happy end, right? So come on. If you haven't seen it, you haven't seen an email from me, just message me. Send me a message on Instagram or on YouTube. I'll let you know about it. All right. Well, he said he didn't think it was a stupid thing to do, even though he's twice that for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Listen, he knows it was a stupid thing. He knows it was a stupid thing to do. Everybody knows when they are doing something dumb that they are doing something else. Right? You're doing something that is going to harm them, it's going to cause problems in their lives. We all know it, but the thing is, that coping skills sometimes, and we'll go ahead and say that we know it's the wrong thing to do, but it's the way that we've been taught. Many men are taught that all of their value, all of their worth is wrapped up in how many women they can get and how much money they can. Now, if they don't have a lot of money, they got to get more women. They don't have a lot of women, they got to get more money. So if they don't have either, they start to try and use women as a way to make themselves feel better. So he knows that that's stupid. That's stupid. Again, patriarchy, using women to make yourself feel better. Again, patriarchy. That's all it is. But they've been taught that so long. But men always talk about going, oh, you got a girlfriend. Well, why don't you have two? Oh, well, you stay a virgin till you're 17. No, you're supposed to be having sex with lots of girls now. They tell them that. And then they tell us that we're supposed to be good and chaste and with one person. And yeah, there's a lot of stupidity going around. Yes, it is. But we've got to recognize the stupidity and then we've got to do better. Got to do better than we have been doing. Because it's not working the way that it's working. The way that things are going right now, everybody's like, oh, you just got to take them to the curb. You just shut down on them. You don't need them. You shouldn't go about, actually healing and dealing with the relationship. And if you want to heal, you got to wait for them to heal. I'm telling you, all the advice that we're getting is wrong and causing us to have really bad relationships. And how do we get to a better place? How do we get to the place where there are more good relationships than bad relationships that we're not willing to do any of the how does that happen? How do we get to a better place? How do we get to the place where we're not teaching our boys that they should be running around and they should be basing their worth on how much money they have? How do we do that? We got to start working on our relationships recently and start to forgive one another and get to better places together, depend on one another, and then we can get better. But right now, the way that it's going, a whole bunch of bitter women telling other women that are hurting that, yeah, you're right, hurt. You should just keep hurting. You should keep on hurting his back, and it's never going to work out. Well, well, damn. Well, damn. That's a really negative outcome to have happen. If to happen and everybody's going to break up anyway, well, hell, what's the point of being with anybody in the first place? If that's the case, if there is no hope for forgiveness, no hope for understanding and mercy and compassion, then what is the point? You know what I mean? Like, you decide that you want those qualities in your life and then pursue them. You cannot just, oh, I want all these good things in my life, but then actually don't do anything to pursue them. You cannot have them if you're not willing to go for them. So that's all what I'm all about. I want you to risk it. I want you to put yourself out there want without feeling like you're backed into a corner. You have to leave this relationship just because they did something so stupid. You don't have to. That is not true. You don't have to do anything. Okay? That you don't have to do nothing. That is not the way this game is played. You make the decision about what you do next. And if what you want to have happen next is you heal together and things are going well and you are reconciled, you act like that. You act accordingly. When you put yourself out there like that, you attract that too. That makes sense? Y'all let me know. Do I sound crazy? I know. I'm telling you stuff that nobody else has ever told you. But I mean it with all my heart. I know that people will tell you that you have to do things a certain way. I am saying they're all wrong. Don't try it like that. Try it the way that I'm telling you. This is the way that I heal. This is the way that many, many women have coached, have healed. And if you do it, and you do it consistently, and you stop worrying about his part, and you just worry about your part, and you pay attention to what you need to do to be able to heal your half, you are changing you. And when you change you change things around you. That's the magic of it all. You change yourself. You work on your own healing. You get on your own healing path. And then everything around you must change. There is no other way to go about it because you have changed. You affect change all around. And I want you to feel powerful in that. I want you to know that that is the truth. And then the more you work on yourself, the more you work on your healing, the more healing you're going to get, the more he's going to get, the more your relationship is going to get, and you're going to be in a better place way sooner than you do it. All right. Does that make sense? Let me know. Do I sound like a crazy person? You know, I say things that are different. Nobody else says, but I'm only telling you what works. I am not big on doing things that don't work. I feel like that's a waste of time. I don't want to be in a position where I'm continuously worrying about something that has not worked, has not made me feel better, and not going to anytime in the near future. I feel like that's what time we need to do that. All right. Is the closed caption not on? It usually is. Usually the closed caption is on. I don't know what the hell happened to my microphone. I'm about to send all of them back and get refunds. You said, okay, who is saying, I can't, hold on, let me see. I can't see who that is saying, oh, Norma, you said the cheater will never stop or change. That's not true, Norma. I am with one who did, who cheated severely, and he did all the time. I don't know what you mean, Norma. If he is not changing, then you can get to a better place. You said from personal experience, it doesn't get any better if you stay with him. That is because you haven't been working on getting better. You have been expecting your healing to come from him. You were expecting that he was going to fix it all for you. All right. He said, mine didn't. I lost hope and need out. See, that's the thing. You are expecting a lot from him and you're not working on your own change. Norma, Send me a message. Send me a message. I got time coming up. I got one-to-one um sessions coming up that you can get in on a session. It's in the group. It should be pinned to the top of the group. It's a 45-minute session with me. Yes, absolutely, Norma. We can get you some hope, okay? We can get you some hope, and we can get him started down the healing path too. But you're first. You're the one that needs to do this first. You're the one that needs to get some healing in first. Then you can see good things that he's doing. But if you are in the trauma, you can't see what he's doing. You can't see anything good that he's doing at all. So I know that they changed that whole once a cheater, always a cheater. That is too much expectation of consistency for a human being. Nobody is always anything. That is just not true. All right. Everybody stops doing things after a while. So we can get you to the point where he's gonna stop, where you feel real hopeful about it, Norma. Definitely go and if you can't see it on the page, go ahead and just send me a message. Everybody that's here right now, send me. Matter of fact, if you're here with me on Facebook and you're still having trouble with me with my sound and everything, I'm just gonna put the link into the comments. 1 second. Mine's still cheating. Still cheating, Ben, and I'm tired. Yeah, I know. Mine was like that too. Mine cheated for like 4 years. So he cheated for 4 years. He even brought a chick to live with us. Okay, he brought the girl that he was having sex with and doing drugs with, and her kid, and brought her to live with us. So if I can get past that, you can get past us. I know you can. Click on that link. Come sign up for a call with me. All right. I know starting tomorrow, I got a whole bunch of them lined up, but I still got spaces. So if you have not signed up for a call, send me a message or click on that link and get up with me, okay? I think it's all the way out until the 26th. So I believe I'm moving at the end of the month. So yeah, I think I'm doing them all the way up until the 26th. I think there's times on various days all the way until then. So if you need somebody to talk to, doggone it, seek the support. Doggone it, I am here. I want to help you. I know what to do. I know how to get you to a better place. All you gotta do is come talk to me. All righty, y'all. Norma, I'm glad you popped in now. Yeah, I don't know what the heck's happened to the sound though. Christine, hey, I didn't see you. Hi. Glad you're here, Christine. I don't know what the heck is happening with the sound. I, I don't know. I guess I gotta get a new microphone again. Tell you, man. So many microphones, so little time. All right, y'all. That's about it for today. Let me just tell you real quick about your affirmations. I want you to remember to do your affirmations. You need to be telling yourself something positive, something good about yourself every single solitary day, because the trauma will try and tell you bad things about yourself every single solitary day. You need a practice to fight against that, to recognize that you're a good person, that you are deserving of love and happiness, and there is no changing that just because something bad happened to you, okay? So I'm gonna grab I think I did that the other day. I'm gonna grab a card out of my affirmation deck, and we're gonna do an affirmation today. I am resourceful. You're welcome, Norma. Today I am resourceful. I like that one. Today I will turn anything into an opportunity. You got an opportunity. I am right before you, okay? I want you to call with and cut on call with me. All right. I want you to talk to me. I want you to be able to tell me what's going on. I am a resource. Use me. Okay. I've got these slots open. Sign up for one and talk to me one on one. You're gonna feel better. We're gonna get you to a better place. You might even join my group coaching program that's coming up starting on February 1st. So I need you to sign up for a call with me. All right. Today I am resourceful. If you are over there on Instagram, make sure that you DM me. Just go ahead and DM me, and I'll send you the link to it in the DMs. But today I will turn anything into an opportunity. Opportunity. I'm knocking. I'm knocking. I'm here. I want you to come on. All right. So come and talk to me. All right. All right, y'all. I think that's about it. So, all in all, I want you to do your deep breathing. I want you to journal twice a day, five minutes. I want you to be grateful every day. Try every morning to find 5 to 10 things that you are grateful for every single morning. As soon as you wake up, as soon as you are conscious, start your brain thinking about that so that your brain will seek grateful things all day. It will be seeking things for you to be grateful for all day long because you start off like that. Don't ask all those questions. Stop asking any if you possibly can. Rephrase all questions to statements and change the way your brain is working. What else? Do your affirmations. And most of all, don't do what the fear tells you to do. Every week, I'm going to tell you that. Do not do what the fear tells you to do. Everything that the anxiety, the trauma is saying for you to do is probably a bad thing for you to do. It will not help with your healing. So if it's a thing that's screaming in your brain and it's like, you got to do this, do the exact opposite. Promise you it will do much, much better than if you do the thing. All right? All right, y'all. That's it. That's all I got for you. Thank you so much for joining me for the Healing Hour Live. I do enjoy it when you all are here. It makes it so much better to be able to talk to you all the whole time. I'm so glad that you joined me. Will be back again next week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Healing Hour Live. You all make sure to meet me back then and get on a call with me in the meantime, okay? All right, y'all. That's it. I'll talk to you a little bit later. Bye on Instagram. And then bye over here on Facebook and YouTube.